listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast by Dr. T. Michael W. Halcomb, Dr. Frederick J. Long, Dr. Mario Melendez, Dr. Jennifer Noonan, and J. M. Smith. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I'm Michael Halcomb and I hope you are doing well. This is an episode of 3 things. So I'm going to share with you 3 things that I'm thinking about. And I'll give you a preview of coming attractions. So 2 things that I'm thinking about are 2 new web resources. Well, new to me, web resources. And the third thing that I'm thinking about is a free print resources. In fact, all 3 of these things are free. So I'm going to put them on your radar. One of them might already be on there, but I'm going to at least put two of them on your radar, I think. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of the web resources, the free web resources. The first one was just really recently brought to my attention, and this is biblia-miracurencia.com. It's an interesting name, Biblia Miracurencia. Miracurencia. I'm not exactly sure how to say that. But this is the website. If you're watching the podcast, you can see it. And it says, this site is designed for all those pastors or lay people who already have a reasonable grasp of Hebrew and Greek. It'll enable them to acquire an intimate knowledge of Scripture in the original languages. Biblia Miracurencia's unique combination of eclectic texts plus modern punctuation marks plus MP3 recordings allows for an immersive experience that's highly conducive to the daily practice of Lectio Divina. The emendations to the Masoretic text are based on the latest available authorities. The audio recordings combine exegetical sensitivity with lively intonation. Download, read, listen, feed on the word. So that's the homepage, and in the menu you can see there's some explanations and tutorials of what the site's about, and evidently the project is named after the town of Méricourt in eastern France. So yeah, you can get text and audio here. So like print text, you can download them, and then the audio that pretty much goes along with them. There's some differences, but not enough to be like all that distracting. It's not an Erasmian pronunciation, the audio. It's probably closer to modern Greek with some of the Koine era kind of spiced in there, perhaps. So you can go to the text downloads menu, and boom, you can get Word versions, PDF versions. Now you can do this for the Hebrew Old Testament, the Hebrew New Testament. You can also do this, I think, for the Septuagint, and the Greek New Testament. So that's pretty cool. You can get these when you download them. They are sort of formatted in like a narrative format. And then you have the audio. You can get full albums or single tracks. This is pretty cool. And I haven't really dove deep into this, but I'd like to take a look at this some more in the near future. Just haven't had time lately, but there you go. You got the Torah as an album. I mean, this is all audio. And then the New Testament, you have the Gospels, the Epistles of Paul, the Catholic Epistles, and the writings of John, or the Johannine literature. So that's pretty neat. And there's also some videos on here. And this is all free. And it's created by Pierre Magnol. I'm probably butchering your name, Pierre, but Magnol. And he's the founding pastor of Méricourt Baptist Church. And so he's done a pretty cool thing here with this website. So that's the first one I want to bring to your attention. Check that out. Biblia-miracurencia.com. And if you need to know how to spell that, just watch the podcast here so you can see. The next one that I want to share with you, you've maybe heard of. It is called Blue Letter Bible. Now, I had heard of this some time back. I've never used it. The website, admittedly, is a little clunky. Like, there is a lot going on. Even just in the menu up here, you have tons of buttons. And there's audio here too, but the reason I'm showing you this is because I found a feature in this that I thought was pretty awesome. So, and it really has to do with Hebrew. So if you go to this website, blueletterbible.org, and up near the search tab, if you scroll down to WLC, which is the Westminster Leningrad Codex, you click that, and then you just put in like whatever verse you want to search. I put in Genesis 1 here. It'll bring that up in the Hebrew. Now, I can make the text bigger or smaller or whatever, but what I really, really like about this is I can, beyond just like clicking on a word and hearing it and seeing its breakdown, one thing I can do is click Tools on the left. Now, it brings up the Masoretic text. This is really cool. So for this verse, I can do the interlinear. I can check in different Bibles what that looks like, cross-references, commentaries, what they have to say, dictionaries, and so on. So a lot of pictures in there. That's still not the coolest thing. So what's cool is that I can turn on and off the cantillation mark. So if you're watching the screen, you can zoom in here. Watch what happens when to the verse when I click on and off the cantillation marks in the Hebrew. There they are. Boom. And the cantillation has to do with sort of the singing the text, or getting the sort of rhythm in a sing-songy way, like in synagogue or something like that. I can turn those on and off. And here's what's awesome as well. I can go over and I can turn the vowel points on and off. So check that out. Boom. You can see the text naked like that. You can practice your reading with vowel points like that, without vowel points. So Barashet bara lehim et hashemim va'at haaretz. Turn them back on. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemim va'at haaretz. Very, very cool how we can do that, and we can
Strong's H 7225. Reshith, second entry. Reshith.
Yeah, so really cool. And this is really what I wanted to show you, just that you can mainly easily with the Hebrew text, boom, turn the vowel points on and off. And if you want both, this is also neat. Without turning them sort of on and off, like having to switch back and forth, you can just leave the main verse at the top, and this pops up below, and now you can see them both at the same time. So you can compare the text with pointings and without pointings, or as I call them, the speed bumps. So without the Nikodem and Dagashem. Just get the sort of bare naked text there. All right. Very cool. So check out blueletterbible.org. The third thing I want to show you is the Glossa House website. And there's a free print resource on here, or digital resource on here. It's the new Glossa House catalog for 2023-2024. We've only been putting one of these out per year for the last few years. But you can just go to glossahouse.com, click that. You can see it's $00 and add it to your cart. Check out. And there you go. You're on your way. Put in your information. Boom, you'll be able to download it instantly. So very cool. Get that Glossa House catalog and check it out. It's an ever expanding catalog, and it looks really good. My daughter helped on this. She did most of the work, did a great job, and so yeah, we're glad to share this with you. The Glossa House catalog for 2023-2024. All right, I'm going to stop there and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.